YouTube. It's Theme Park Bazza with
Mrs. Bazza.
Mrs. Bazza and Mr. Bazza, and today we're going to take you somewhere where you can spend an afternoon with the family, because Orlando, at a very low cost, because Orlando's very expensive, isn't it, when you come with kids and families. And so there's some places you can go to for free that you can take the kids out for a day, and that is some of the public parks in Orlando, Florida. There are in fact 148 different parks in Orlando, Florida, and I put a link below to the places you can go to. And today we've come to Dr. Phillips Public Park, one of our favorites. We'll show you why, we'll take you around, we'll show you what's free, and then afterwards we will take you out and show you somewhere cheap to fill the kiddos up with some food. Not the best place, but it's cheap and cheerful to fill the kiddos up. So come with us and we'll have a walk around this park. So we're going to do a bit of a walk and talk with you, aren't we, Max, today? Show you about this place. Number one is free parking. Woohoo! We're here on a weekday. Lots of free parking. You don't have to pay to come in here to park in any of the public parks. They're normally open as this one from 8 AM to 8 PM, and that's 7 days a week. There's a lot of construction going on at this one at the moment. They're doing all the renovations for the summer season. So some of the things I think we're going to show you that were here a few months ago are currently being updated, which is good. They're spending money on it. Probably not the place to go in the middle of summer, is it? I would say like today in April when it's a spring day, it's really nice to be here. It's mid-70s. It's not too bad. It might be a little warm in the summertime to bring kiddos out and about, so you might not want a full day here, but you can come out, we'll show you some of the things, and there's a lot of facilities in these parks you might not expect. So it's very quiet today, isn't it, Max? Because it's midweek. Usually when we've been here at a weekend before, all these kids, you know, bring the football down, people bring picnics down. There's a lot of grass areas in here to sort of hang out. That over there is kind of a baseball pitch, or you can see there's some football nets. So at the weekends you'll find there's a lot of sports on here, isn't there? Yeah. Well, this is a local community park, so it's up Apopka Vineland, halfway up, and it's named after Dr. Phillips. There's an area, obviously in Orlando, a lot of areas called Dr. Phillips and Dr. Phillips hospitals, and we went to the Dr. Phillips Centre, what was it, for Performing Arts? Yep, the other day. So Dr. Phillips was an entrepreneur in the fruit, especially in the orange groves. He was around in the late 1800s. He developed a flash pasteurization process for oranges. He invested a lot in the community, and that's why there's a number of parks and hospitals and a whole area here in Orlando called Dr. Phillips, named after Dr. Philip Phillips. There you go. In fact, maybe you didn't know. I'll pop up a map here of all the parks around Orlando, just some of the areas. Like I said, there's 148 of them. Some of them big, some of them small. This is 43 acres, so it's probably one of the bigger ones. There's usually walking trails and biking trails around the side, and then we'll show you some of the other facilities, say some under construction, but most are by lakes, most have walking areas. Obviously bathroom facilities are here, but there's a couple of things that this one makes it a little bit different to the others. Yeah, very quiet, isn't it?
Very, very quiet.
There's nobody here, and it's a Friday, in case you're wondering what day it is. It's Friday afternoon. Yeah, weekends you find lots of football players here and families.
Walking the dogs. Yep.
Max and I usually come here for a walk round. We do a lap round the outside. There's a number of these. If you're interested in these, we'll do a few other parks as well, but it's a good way of getting some fresh air, getting some exercise, not paying any money, and seeing, you know, absorbing some of the Florida sunshine. Because it's sunshine every day in Florida, isn't it? It never rains. Never rains. Any of these vlogs that you've seen of people coming here on holiday and it raining, they make it all up. It's not really filmed here. So see over here, there's a basketball area where you can actually play basketball, bring your own basketballs. And that thing with the shelter is one of the things I'm going to talk about. There's areas here for picnics, so you can bring your own picnics and shelter, but I'll tell you a little bit more about that. This has got a slightly different area here, because you can reserve some of these, and I'll show you where and how you do that. He's got the ball. So last time we came, this was all under construction last time, and they have a dog park here where you can bring your dogs in. And what we've never seen before here is they have two halves. They have a half for small dogs and a half for big dogs over here, so they don't mix, which you think's
unusual.
Which you think's a good idea, don't you, Max?
Yeah.
So one of the biggest dog parks we've seen in any of the things. Yeah, it's huge, isn't it? Look, it goes all the way back. Well, there were the fences. So we're next to a lake here. We'll pop it up there. We can't remember what the lake is called. But over here is a beautiful area with the lake. You can see Icon Park over there. What else can we see, Max, over there?
It's the Hyatt Regency.
Oh, there's the Hyatt Regency over there. That's the Rosen Inn on International Drive at the bottom, isn't it? You can just see the convention centre.
No, that's the Rosen Centre.
Rosen Centre there, and next to the convention centre. Peabody. What is it now? Hyatt?
Hyatt.
Yeah, it's always a Peabody to me. And then we got Icon Park. And then, I can't remember what's that estate called over there, Max, the holiday thing. Yeah, it's the Westgate Lakes, I think, that looks out onto this lake here. And there's a number of also kind of covered areas, again, for having your picnics and your snacks. This one is one you don't have to reserve. I'll show you some others where you can book them out for a family. But it's, somewhere to sit in the shade, plenty of trash cans around, and there's also some water taps down here for the doggies if you need a drink, though that one looks like it's not working at the moment. But some beautiful views down here, again all into the wetlands. So we're going to walk back now from the end of that trail in the wetlands and head past some construction and show you the main centre of the park and where the kiddos can go and burn off a lot of energy. We've seen where the doggos can go and burn off some energy, now it's the kiddos. Looks like they're doing construction here on the pool area. Well, it's not a pool area, on the water runoff retention pond area here. So you may hear some construction noise from that, as well as it being a windy day.
So brave.
So here's one of the places you can rent. So what you typically get, this space will be blocked off for you. You've seen that at weekends before, haven't they? Yeah. They'll block it off here. You have a number, so when you book it and it's blocked, and then usually they give you a tap here to turn on water and there's electricity. And then you get a little grill area here. You can put your charcoals in and grill your own food. And so basically this become yours. And it's very unique, this, because we've not seen these where they've had them under the shade, have we, Max, before? These are just an open area. And some trash cans, so. This is one of the huge areas here where, I don't think this is for rent, is it? I think it's more, they put events on in here. It's like a stage area. They do have 3 or 4 electrical outlets here, but there's no number on this one to reserve it. So I'm thinking this is where they do events, maybe here, and people can sit out there. But again, that's a whole open area for picnics and food and stuff. We continue past the lake and keep walking straight on, and we'll show you some more of the areas, and also something else that's under construction, won't we, Max?
Yep.
Because there's no play park here at the moment. They've demolished the whole play park, which is what I wanted to show you for the kiddos. But believe me, trust me, there will be a new one coming along.
Bigger and better.
So here's another area you can reserve. Number 3, in this area here, where all the sand is, this is where all the swings and roundabouts and things were. Slides, kiddies play area, that is currently being renovated. Another retention pond. And that brings us round to an area here for beach volleyball, where you can come along and play at the weekend, going around the outside of the inside. Look on the inside. Yeah, there is no playground at the moment, is there, Max?
No, not at the moment.
Not at the moment, so I wouldn't bring your kiddos here just yet, but give it another 3 or 4 weeks and that'll all be done up again and ready to go. So just walking between the what's on the schedule here. Oh, this is a private rental schedule, is it?
Yeah, volleyball one.
For the volleyball, okay. So it looks like you have to check that because it gets booked out by the look of it. You can go up here to the right. We've been around that way, and then there's another play area at the back, isn't there? Mm-hmm. We'll probably just swing around here, though we can't actually get through here where we did before. I'll go round to the main house there and show you where you book these rooms and everything, book all these barbecue areas. So this looks like all the new play stuff area they got ready to go in. It's like they have some stands and things, don't they, and posts and slides. So that's a slide over there, I think, in the blue. Yeah, so this is all the gear ready to go back into the play park. Like I say, it won't take so long before that's already done. Over here is what's this fenced area, Max? This is for like baseball again, isn't it? Baseball area there. That's all fenced in. You can walk all the way around there. And we were parked over there, and we'll go over to the Maxine told me to call it the office, not the house. Isn't that right?
Yep. And there's another parking area around the side as well.
Yes, that's true.
Here.
Yeah. And again, this is all free for parking. And you can say walk down there, or you can walk around the other side. So we'll go over to the house. This is the biggest covered area. We saw a family, I don't know, a huge family here having a party, didn't we?
Yeah.
We were here before.
I think this is just a friendly bed.
No, you hide this out. You can hide this because it was closed last time we were here. Yep.
Number one.
This is the number one. This is the biggest area. As you can see, you've got two huge grills there, 4 bins. They can probably split this into 2, I would think, if they need to. So here's a map of the park, and like I say, those are the hours: 8 till 6, 8 till 8. And then something else we're going to show you here that makes this park a little bit different to the others is the splash pad, which is quite unique to this park. This is part of the main office, which has the toilets around the back, doesn't it, and some drinks machines. And look what's over here. This is the other reason for bringing kiddos over here. There's a whole splash pool. It runs at different times during the day, but this is why we like this park. This is very different. You've got some sun chairs out there. You've got play areas. I'm going to get too close because all the kids are in there. Got a splash pool around the back. You have toilets here as well. And then around this side there's a vending machine with some drinks. I'll go online and I'll look for the cost for renting and the number to, or the email you've got to go to for renting the cabanas. I don't know what you really call them, the areas for barbecuing, the grill areas. There was a sign up there last time, but it's not there.
Temporarily no entry fee.
As Maxine says, used to charge coming here, but since COVID they haven't done that. Don't know if they're going to start charging again, because this is quite unique, isn't it, for any park around here. It's really, you know, if you want the kiddos to off some energy, you got a park, you got a splash pool, you got to bring your barbecue, bring your food, spend the day here, bring some shade, if you're not going to hire one of the cabana or whatever they call the barbecue areas. But, you know, it's a cheap 3-day element, one of 148 parks, so this is one of the bigger ones, as you say, at 43 acres. So Max, you've run all the kiddos around, you've tied them out. Where are you going to bring in for something to eat?
Why not steak and shake?
Steak and Shake, which is just behind us here. So Steak and Shake, which has a drive-through as well, if you don't want to take the kiddos out of the car, was started in the 1930s in Illinois, I think. There's about a dozen of these places in Orlando. And the steak comes from, they created something called a steak burger, which is their speciality, and shakes, of course. So what you like about Max is the fact that you can make them to order online. You can take everything off. You don't get everything on there. You can pick. And the steaks are like made fresh to make, aren't they?
Yeah.
And the other thing I seem to remember is you said don't get the garlic because they pour it on the outside.
A lot of garlic.
They put it on the bun, didn't they?
Yeah.
Not like as a side, or maybe you can ask for it on the side. But it only gets like a 3.5 out of 5 when you look at the reviews. But we thought it was better than that.
And it's reasonably cheap.
And it's reasonably, a combo meal. If you're getting a regular burger and shakes and chips, will be about $9.
Yeah.
Which, okay, maybe is about the same as McDonald's. but the food is a lot fresher that we found. It's cooked to order.
Yeah.
And you can get little extras on there like onion rings, onion strings and things like that.
It's busier than last time.
Yeah, it was dead last time, wasn't it?
I know.
You want N1?
N1?
Yeah. Steak burger.
Is that what you want?
Oh, I said the original.
Steak burger with cheese, bacon and cheese.
So it's better with bacon on.
Bacon and cheese. Thanks.
Yeah, probably that one for me.
I'll just go.
And then you can pick what you want. I want cheese, but I don't want pickles.
You go like down here.
Onion I'll keep, ketchup I'll keep. I want lettuce. I want tomato. Grilled onions? Yeah. No bun. Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I'll get the cart. And then I want a small fries. We get a medium fries. Comes with a small. Then you can pick your sauces if you want additional ones. I don't think I want any additional sauces. No thanks. And then I'll get a self-service beverage so you can get all your shakes here. $2.50 a shake. I'm going to get a self-service beverage. Are you going to get Max?
I'm gonna get.
And that's like the lights on it.
154, 156, 157.
With the bacon. Don't want double. Single with bacon?
Single?
Yeah.
154, 156, 157.
Lettuce, don't want tomato. Ketchup, onion.
Cheese fries as well.
Medium fries.
Yeah. Having a shake, you having a beverage.
Didn't have a beverage.
3 bottled water there is all the same price as a beverage. Okay, that's it. Good to check out. Remind me of Maxine, that restaurant. It has like the diner, the 50s.
Oh, Johnny Rocket.
Johnny Rockets, yeah, it's got like a Johnny Rockets looking feel to it, doesn't it? Like the old 50s diner. So Max, you got a drink. What did you get?
Just lemonade.
Lemonade. I'll go and get mine from the fountain right now. Does have their own Wi-Fi here as well, Max.
I know. Got it.
Look what we got then. Get a basket. Get your basket. Get some ketchup here.
Ketchup.
So I should have the bacon and the onions. Any fried onions on here? Yep, fried onions and bacon. Yeah. And chips. Very fine chips. So what do you think then, Max?
It was okay, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of, don't expect super
It's not gourmet food.
not gourmet food, but fill your boots with it.
Yeah, it's a bit better than McDonald's, do you think?
Well, it's a bit fresher, isn't it, McDonald's?
Yeah, and you can choose what you want on it.
Yeah, but don't have all onions on onions, because you didn't like that, did you?
Yeah, it's
Grilled
too
onions on top of fried onions. And don't forget with the kiddos, there was the kids meal was between $4.50 and $4.95, depending if you wanted a burger or chicken fingers with them, and that included a drink and a side. And don't forget, drinks are refillable here in the US, so before you leave, fill the cup up, take it with you. you know, make it last a little bit longer. So $10 a head is probably as low as you're going to get, cheap as you're going to get for a meal out for adults. But you know, you can spend an afternoon in the park. You can come and get a burger each, 4 of you, $40. You know, save your pennies for another day when you're going into the big parks or spending it on something else.
To the theme parks.
To theme parks. So was there anything else we need to cover?
No, I think so.
Good to go. So thank you very much for watching. I hope this was a good vlog for you to see. Some things to do away from the expensive areas. If you like what we do, please like and subscribe. It does help the channel. Put your comments below. Try and respond to all your comments. And we will see thee later. Bye.
Bye.